what's up you guys, GameDad here. Now, recently I was at PRGE 2019 and I had the pleasure of meeting the owner of 1UP Card. And if you don't know what a 1UP Card is, it's this little guy right here. And what's awesome about this is it's got a fluid and dry side and it helps you clean cartridge games. Now, I have been using these for a while through recommendations from other people, but I decided to go ahead and pick up their Mega Pack. So this comes with the standard 1UP card, it comes with their mini cards for doing small handheld games, and then it also comes with console cleaners. So I'm going to take you guys through what all comes with it, show you just how easy it is to use one of these, and give you my thoughts on it. Alright, so first up, what you get in this pack are 3 of the 1UP cards. Now, these are awesome. These are the bread and butter of this pack, and this is how you clean the majority of all the games that you would likely be using these with. And like I said, it comes with 3. It's kind of hard to tell. I've already used this one on a couple dozen games, and it has helped immensely. And this is the one that I will use when I demonstrate exactly what it is that you do with these cards and a cartridge game. But overall, like I said, you get 3 of them. They don't give any kind of guarantee on how long they will last, but I can say from personal experience, I've gone through a couple of these cards already, and they have, just with 2 cards, I was able to get through like about 300 games. So they do last a while. It does depend on how gunked up the cartridge is. Obviously, if it's really gunked up, it probably will not, last very long. It'll get the pad all messed up. But in those cases, you could always use something else to give it kind of a deep clean first and then just hit it with this afterwards. So you get those 3. Then for people that want to do handheld games, Game Gear, Game Boy Advance, whatever, they have the 1UP Card Mini. They give you 4 of these, and obviously it is a smaller size, but also the pad is not as thick on it. And that allows you to get inside of that cartridge more. So that's pretty cool that you get a few of those. Next up, here is one of the console cleaners. Looks just like a Game Boy card. Now on the inside, we'll see if I can get it in on the camera. You can see there's kind of this like purple looking pad in there, and what this pad does is it has a very, very fine abrasive on it that cleans the contacts. So you take this and you insert it in and out of the Game Boy a few times and you are good to go. I'll show you an example on here. You just kind of go here, put it in there, just in and out a few times, it will go and clean the contacts. Let's see if I can show you on here. This is an old and very dirty Game Boy. Can't really tell in the video very well, but that just went from a clean purple pad to now I can very plainly see the pin lines on there because it actually got the pins on the inside of the Game Boy. So that one is your Game Boy cartridge. Then the pack also comes with one for the Sega Genesis, so that's awesome. Get to clean out your Sega console. Then of course you have the NES cart. So the NES is famous for having its 72-pin connector fail, and that could either be because poor contacts, it could be because it's just old and maybe some oxidation things in there from the age-old blowing on the cart trick that actually damaged it more than helped it. But this, you insert it into the NES and it gives you a little pull tab to be able to pull it back out, put it in a few times and clean that up. So go ahead and set that there. And then up next we have the N64 one. Again, same concept. It has that super micro abrasive pad in there. You just put it in and out of the console a few times and clean up those contacts. And then the last one is the Super Nintendo one. Now I don't know, I haven't tried if this would work on a Super Famicom. I'm not sure if it would or not just because of the shape of the cart, but I'm gonna have to try that out. But here is the Super Nintendo one, same concept as everything else, just a little abrasive pad in there, clean up those contacts. And then the last thing that you get in this kit is the 1UP Card Fluid. Now this is just a little squeeze bottle and it comes with 99% isopropyl alcohol in it, and what I will say more than anything, this is just a really handy bottle to have. So once this fluid runs out, instead of going and buying a ton more fluid or anything like that, I just have a big, Costco sized bottle of isopropyl alcohol. I try and get it in as high percentage as I can, but it's kind of like an eyedropper, little eye wash kind of thing. So it makes it really easy to put fluid onto your actual 1-Up card. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do next is show you guys a quick demo of how to use one of these cards. That way you know how easy it is and how little time it takes, and we'll go from there. Alright, so we are back. I have Blast Core right here, Blast Corps on N64, and we're going to go ahead and just give this a quick cleaning. So it's very clearly labeled. You have the dry side down here, you have the flu side up here. So we're just going to open up that little bottle, and I just like to put just a streak of that fluid down into that pad. So it gets the pad nice and soaked. Then you go in here, and you don't need to use a ton of it. So I'm not squeezing really hard when I put the fluid in there. I just put a little streak so I can see a wet spot on there. And kind of hard to tell in the video, but there is a little wet streak down the center. Then you put it in right here, just like that. Fits in between. Rub it back and forth a few times. Go to the other side. Same thing. Then take your dry side, get right here. Dry off that side, dry off the other side, and now all of the body oil, dust, anything like that that was on there has now been removed, and your game is nice and clean and good to go. So there you have it, everyone. That is everything that comes in the 1-Up Card Mega Pack. So that is their pack that comes with everything to clean all your cartridge-based consoles, all of your regular console games, all of your handheld games, and it even comes with some of the fluid to start you off. Now, I will say this is not a sponsored video of any kind. I had to pay for the items myself, but I just wanted to put a video out because this is a really awesome product that is out there for retro collectors, and even if you own a game store or anything like that, these cards are awesome, and it's a really easy, non-destructive way to go through and clean your old cartridge games and consoles. Now, as you saw previously in the video, it is super easy. You just put some of that isopropyl alcohol on the fluid side, give it a scrub on each side, then hit it with the dry side, and your game is good to go. Now, this is often a way to take a game that isn't necessarily working because it's all gunked up, things like that, and you spend just a few seconds cleaning it, and all of a sudden it breathes new life into your game. So this is a product that I would highly recommend that you go pick up, even if it's just one of their packs of the 3 1-Up cards. I mean, you don't even have to use the isopropyl alcohol that they sell. You can use any kind of propyl alcohol. So you just go buy something. I would recommend at least 70%, but the stuff that they give you in the kits is actually a 99% isopropyl alcohol, meaning that it only has 1% water content in it, which means it won't corrode your games in any way. So if you have never used one of these, I highly recommend that you do. Now, if you have used any of these products before, let me know down in the comments below. What were your thoughts on the product? Do you like it as well? Do you have suggestions, complaints? Do you have any suggestions to improve the product? Let me know. And while you're down there, please be sure to also hit those like and subscribe buttons, as well as that little notification bell so you get an alert every time I got a new video coming out. Now, as always, I'm GameDad. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later.